more and more Delta variant cases popping up in Michigan, we are reporting that more and more employers are requiring their workers to be vaccinated. These 3 people now behind bars. It includes a couple from Genesee County and a man from Macomb County. This update, state police say a barricaded gunman situation in Hawley Township is now over. Mid-Michigan Now has been following this story throughout the night. It's estimated to raise $9.5 million in its first year. But when will the community start to see the benefits?
The water levels here in Midland already receding. You can actually see that right here. This darker area, that's where the water used to be. Now several inches down.
Like Mother Nature seems to be throwing something different at us almost every 5 minutes. It was raining just about 10 minutes ago.
It's a little different. We'll get to those changes in a minute, but we are standing in the Rose Garden right now and just look at how beautiful these roses are. And here to talk about the tournament, I have 2 of Flint basketball's greatest here with me. I just can feel the talent radiating off of them.
GM is warning people, if you own a Chevy Bolt, park it outside. That is due to a fire risk. If you're looking for a job, Midland's H Hotel is hiring, and they're offering a $750 sign-on bonus. Many candidates on the ballot advocating to fight blight and stop crime. But are those the biggest issues residents want addressed? Unfortunately, Flushing residents waking up once again to a lot of damage from yet another storm. Here is a look at one neighborhood.
3.5 months ago, if you're standing here facing that way, you would be seeing the lake right now. Instead, you are seeing a lake of green plants.
Most people don't like getting up early for work. Olympic swimmers, they are no different, except their arrival at practice usually means one thing even worse than having to get out of bed before sunrise. It's jumping into a cold pool.
You can see that view behind us right now. We're a little cold, but hopefully by August 21st, it will be a much warmer day out here.
Taking a live look at Flint now atop the Durant Luxury Apartments, where we're learning there could be at least 3 new faces on City Council. Now to a story we have been following for almost 2 weeks now out of Shiawassee County. Tomorrow, the Board of Commissioners is holding a special meeting where 4 of the commissioners are calling for the removal of Chairperson Jeremy Root.
$1,300 per student, or just over $2.3 million total. That's what's on the line for Birch Run area schools.
They tell me that they posted on Facebook saying they were going to have to shut down, and they were immediately inundated with messages, comments from customers, real estate agents, all trying to help them stay in business. Anyone who tests positive for coronavirus has the ability to infect 2 to 3 other people. And then if those 2 to 3 other people infect another 2 to 3 other people, pretty soon we have an entire whiteboard full of coronavirus.
So a little bit more about how quickly this water is receding. I've been taking chalk since we got here earlier. 11:45, 12:15, 12:35, and just after 1 o'clock. So about every half hour. And I have my ruler here. We're going to measure between 12:30 and 1 o'clock.
I'm learning some tap moves at the Sylvester Broom Center this morning. Stay tuned so you can find out how you can learn some too.
I am here at the Red Oak Restaurant in Sanford, which has been here for nearly 50 years now. The owners tell me they have to tear this place down to the studs.
Just unreal.
Melissa Ayo, the 3rd-generation owner, says she was hysterical walking back into the restaurant.
47 years of our life. I mean, my grandpa bought this place in '73.
The doors swollen shut. Kitchen appliances, TVs, a pool table, all gone.
This was our waitress station, and this was completely covered, and we could barely walk over.
Across the street at Cole's Record Service and Garage.
It's amazing the power of water.
Items lodged in places they shouldn't be. The ground covered in filth.
It's heartbreaking, you know. You got to sit back and kind of get your stuff back together and decide how do you do this, you know? Where do you go?
In that video, you saw people working hard to get Coles cleaned up, but to show you just how bad things were at one point in time, this red line up here on the wall, that is where the water once was. That's like over 10 feet there, but Coles has been here since 1924, and Dennis, the owner, tells me that they rebuilt once in 1988 after a fire devastated the building. They're going to rebuild once again. From Church to Harrison and all down Saginaw, when you come to this city, you know you need to pay to park. And while nobody likes it, under this new system, there's no avoiding it. If you dislike the new downtown parking meters in Flint,
you are not alone.
You know, I'm not super excited about them.
Sarah Carson spends a lot of time downtown and has seen some issues with the new parking situation.
One time I came up and it wouldn't allow me to pay. Another time it gave a ticket to somebody I know just for pulling into a spot quickly when they were only there for a few minutes. So.
A single parking meter serves multiple parking spots.
And all you have to do is find your space number, put it in, add time, and you're good to go.
When you pull into a parking spot, there is a sensor like this in every spot around town that partners with a camera in each one of these posts. And together they detect when your car pulls into the spot. And that is when you are on the clock. There is a 5-minute grace period, but after that, you need to pay the meter. If you don't, you will get a ticket. But you won't get the ticket on the car. The DDA gets a notification from the meter. That goes to the police, and you'll get the ticket in the mail.
It's great that they're trying to come up with a way for us to use things faster and more efficiently, but I think there's still some things they need to iron out before they put us on the hook for these tickets.
But if you forget to pay or don't pay for enough time,
If we've been here longer than the 5 minutes, it'll tell you your time has expired. So rather than getting a ticket, you can walk up and put a coin in, and now you won't get a ticket and you can leave.
Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., there is a 2-hour maximum put in place by Flint City Council.
The general idea is for turnover. It was for businesses. They want to see people come in, they want it convenient.
It's pretty quick, I'll say that. Yeah, you just put your credit card in and you're on your way.
The new parking system also comes with the Sentry mobile app. It can show you available spots throughout the city. You can add time or even see how much time you have left remaining. I'm here on the Tittabawassee River between the Edenville Dam to my right and the M30 bridge to my left. And we're here because a resident is concerned about all the fish that are stuck. You can actually see dozens of them stuck in this pool right here.
Everything that was up in Wixom Lake is now down here. Eventually, they're going to run out of food.
He tells me he reached out to the DNR, but isn't sure if anything can or will be done.
Once they start dying, thousands of fish, they're not going to smell too good, and they're all going to be stuck right in here.
Hopefully we can get assistance from DNR fisheries or other groups by the state to maybe net these fish out and get them to a safe area. But unfortunately there is other areas where these fish are just going to perish and decompose.
Hewitt saying the fish, just one of many environmental impacts.
Erosion, you have so much water rushing down so fast that it's banks that are already susceptible to falling in are destabilized even more.
And water contamination from sewage, chemicals, and sediment.
These are unfortunate negative impacts that are just going to happen, but once these have ran their cycle, you should see things in time restore to a new normal.
Randall still hoping the fish can be saved though.
We've been coming up and dumping food in, crawlers by the mega dozens, and pellet food, and just seeing what we can do for now.
Now this is what Randall's worried about, that color due to the dead fish. You can actually see some of the carcasses lining the pools. As he mentioned, they tried to save as many as they could. There's no longer running water through here, but that's what they're worried about out on the river by the falls between the Edenville Dam and the M30 bridge. What happens when these fish run out of things to eat?